Right, let's get these gates open. So cunning plan, I'll open one gate and then I can come across his stern. Let's get going again. Okay, my colleagues have gone the far side, so I'm going to go near side. There we go. Just take the speed off a bit. There we go. Nice. Do you think that sort of plan works okay, or so perhaps do the same again? Then I'll go. Yeah, I mean it seems okay, doesn't it? You know. Are we there? I like an optimist. Right, won't be a tick. Oh yeah. I was going to say, I was just explaining to your wife, it's called the amateur boater, but it's the amateur boater. It's rubbish. No mate, it's seriously, I'm not even joking. I cannot recommend it, seriously. Don't know if I've lost the remote. I'm not seeing it. Or feeling it. Right, let's slow the boat down. I've got to find that remote. I'm going to pull myself across to leave space for this guy to come in. There we go. There we go. I'm glad there's only 5 of these things. Did you come from the top? Yeah. I stopped after 2. I am so lazy. Oh right, okay. This might take a little while. But yeah, I came up the River Nene. I got this 4 years ago. During the first lockdown, I think it was. And so it was on the River Great Ouse. So I came through the Denver Sluice and that kind of thing.
That's her area, that's where she comes from.
I was brought up round that area.
It's an amazing area. I'd not visited much and I thought it's just going to be flat and boring, you know, that's what you think. But it's incredibly beautiful. It's got its own unique sort of atmosphere and charm. Amazing waterway, honestly. No, I don't think we're quite there. Unless I just need more determination. There we go. I'll tell you what, this is a stiff one, this. Honestly, the scope for innuendo when you're boating is just ridiculous. But it really is. Frankie Howard would have just loved it. Or Sid James. Yeah, that's perfect. Very little else about locks is perfect. I'm not a fan. I'm just intrinsically lazy, this is the thing. I sort of resent all this labour just to drop 8 feet. There's something fundamentally unfair about it. Okay. How many more to go now?
The next one's the last one, I think.
Is it?
I think so.
If it isn't, I'll be heartbroken now. I get like lock delusion, where I feel like I've done about 20, and I've done 3. Right, I feel as if, lock or no lock, I've got to. Oh, that is a nice brew, but I fear that's my final sip. The final sip. There's a boat coming up. Leave that open. Leave it open. So we've got a boat coming up. As you can doubtless tell.
What's your name?
Tony. Yeah, that's right. Oh, of course. That's right. Yeah. I had to get RCR to. Both of them went in the end. 2 new alternators, but yeah, that's right. How's your cruising going? What are you saying? You got rid of the wife? I was going to say, yeah. I mean, well. The other reason is I've got this little YouTube channel. Yeah. I was just telling you, I mean, just a tiny little thing. I'd say nobody watches, but if your wife ever watches it, she might hear that comment about getting rid of the wife. So, yeah. I'm thinking about going down to London, to be honest.
Yeah, just done the. That's what I went down for.
It worries me a bit that it's going to be like really crowded. It worries me that it's so crowded. Is it really busy?
No.
Not too bad?
No, it's alright. Have you got hammer drill? The SDS drill?
Yeah.
Place off some cleats off. I mean, they're like this. Just drill yourself and put yourself a couple of cleats on in. You know, you ain't want to come through. It's sandstone, isn't it? So it'll drill dead easy.
So you're saying drill your own mooring holes?
Yeah.
And screw something in?
Yeah.
Sounds like quite a job, doesn't it?
No.
To be fair. I'm not much of a stonemason, to be honest. But I'm going to see what it's like anyway. Is this the last one? This one? I feel all sorts of tearful and emotional. Right, we're here. I cannot believe it. Can't believe we've done it. Well, we haven't done it yet, but this is the last lock, and over there is facilities and water, which I shall use. There we go. Right. Yeah. If it isn't. Yeah, bottom lock, there we go. I was going to say, if I thought you were lying to me, I'd be so distressed if there was another lock. I can't. Yeah. I cruised around last winter with a couple of other boaters, but they were lazy buggers, so they made me do all the work, yeah. Well, that's my story, you know. It's been marvellous working with you. We needed bigger smiles really for the cameras, but you have to work with what you've got, you know, so. Well. Yeah, well, next stop Milton Keynes, I think. Right. But listen, it's been lovely meeting you folks. Anyway, you take care, and don't work too hard. I can see that what's going on here. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not knocking it, guys. I'm not knocking it. If that's your thing, you know. I wish I had one, you know. But yeah, I'll give you a wave on the way back tomorrow, guys. Take care. So I'm going to stop. Water and rubbish. But I don't know if I'm going to stop for the night. I may press on a little way. Where's the water? There's a water tap. It's got some kind of a sign in it. Temporarily use taps on landing. Okay, well, I'll get rid of the rubbish anyway. I didn't get water, sadly. Some kind of a notice on the tap. I'm just going to step on it a teeny bit. Hiya. There's some moorings here, there's some rings. I feel like this might be a decent place to stop. No, do you know what? It's only 1:20. Let's press on, because there is nothing, there's nothing here. Stoke Bruerne is about a mile back that way at the top of the locks. But it's only about 3 miles to another place. That's the Stoke Bruerne flight done. 7 double locks. Didn't feel like as much work as it should have, but I've obviously got help from that couple. Dreadful pair, awful. No, really nice actually. Sheila, I think the lady's name was. Great laugh. Well, so was the guy actually, and I've forgotten his name. I do apologise. But had a good laugh with them anyway. It's always nice when you work in locks if you can have a bit of banter or something, you know, liven up the afternoon or the morning, was it? Anyway, it's getting a bit nippy. Bloody hell. But yeah, I'm going to press on. And I'm going to try, well, I'm not going to try, I'm going to try and cover a few more miles. 2 days free mooring, each extra day £25. They are serious about controlling the moorings here, I'll tell you. It's about sort of 7 miles now to Milton Keynes. 7 miles, depends how many moored boats there are to slow me down. Could be 3 to 4 hours. Yeah, it will be. It'll be starting to approach dusk. And to be honest, I'm not in a rush. I'll do, and because I've got a cunning plan. Sorry, you nearly pulled me thing off. I've got a cunning plan, which is this. I'm going to get within about 3 miles of Milton Keynes. And then I'm going to make a short hop one morning because it looks like it's going to be busy. Looks like it's popular with boats. And I'm going to meet a subscriber as well in Milton Keynes, so that'll be fun. Yeah, so that's brilliant actually. I'm looking forward to that. Have a couple of beers or something, you know. Always nice to have a local contact. I'm going to moor initially some anglers walking along. Some anglers do that, don't they? They don't sit there. The lazy anglers sort of sit there on their little chairs and drink from a flask all day. Not that there's anything wrong with drinking from a flask in itself, you know. I do it all the time. And it was a good brew, by the way. There wasn't time for a commentary. That was really nice. Sainsbury's French style coffee, strength 4, so it's no pushover. Yeah, I did a really good job of making it, and it was just really nice. I had a bit of kick on it, decent bit of kick, but not too bitter, not with that sour bitterness. It isn't sour, but the bitterness, like a mellow bitterness, which sounds, that sounds okay. Fair play. It is literally a contradiction, and it's nonsense. Back to business. There's a marina. About 3-4 miles short of Milton Keynes. There's a small village there called Gobion or Gobion. Anything Gobby, I feel that's appropriate. I've got to stay there, haven't I? It's an appropriate stop for me. But there's very little out here. It's really rural between here and Milton Keynes. In fact, it's been rural for a while. Stoke Bruerne, I mean, it was there, but it was tiny. It's all rural. So we're kind of heading for the middle of nowhere in a way. But by this village of Gobion, or Gobion, it could be Gobion. It's probably Gobion, but Gobion. There's a marina there. So there'll be a few boats knocking about. There'll be some Armco. So that's my sort of target. And then I'll like pounce on Milton Keynes. Like a tiger. I'll pounce on Milton Keynes the next day, probably. And the cunning plan that I didn't explain was that I'll arrive about the time everyone's leaving. It's the same cunning plan that I always have. There's some supermarkets close by. There's also a Waitrose within a couple of miles, so I'll be eligible for deliveries. Ha ha ha. That was my French villain kind of ha ha ha. I've drunk French coffee. That's where it's come from. So sorry. Even my blathering is below par, I feel today. What's nice is the sun's still relatively high in the sky. It's, as I say, it's at 1ish. We have that sense, just slightly that sense that the longer days are starting to, they're just creeping towards us, you know. We're a way away yet. I never feel like we get properly civilized length of day in terms of the light until like end of March, or you know, late March anyway, and it starts getting towards 6 p.m. or that kind of thing. You know, it starts to feel like a proper day. In winter it's just desperate, you know. It's dark at like 4 o'clock-ish. and you just haven't got time to do anything really, or at least, you know, to cruise very far. So yeah, it's all a bit desperate in the winter, very gloomy. So the longer days are very welcome, yeah, I've got to say. We're only about 2 miles from my intended destination, my preferred destination of Gobion, or Gobion. So 40 minutes to Gobion. It's probably Gobion, isn't it? Gobi, I feel, might be a double B, Gobion. I like Gobi because sort of I am Gobi. Although I'm not Gobi like aggressively. I'm not Gobi like, oh you know. A more gentle Gobi in a gentle way, non-aggressive. Still irritating though, to be honest. All Gobi is irritating, isn't it? At some point. But I'm getting that feeling of, you know, being in this deeply rural environment, wide fields for miles on either side. There are a few farms dotted about, but there aren't even really any villages. Very few, even small settlements. There's not much going on at all. This is one of the most isolated places, looking at the map, which sounds mad really, because I'm going south, which is the more populated part of the country. And when you head south, you always think you're going to head, you know, when you go south, you always think I'm heading for denser populations, but not here. Not that you'd stop here, there's not. Do you know, you'd stop here if you were a sort of a rubbish lead singer who wanted to practice at top volume and not offend anyone. You could come here, because no one is going to hear your wailing. No one. Could it be Grafton Regis? Up on a hill? Yeah, little village of Grafton Regis. I sort of wonder why people would moor here. There can't be anything in that village. They just can't. It's that thing that happens in winter as the afternoon starts to go on. The chill comes back. It sort of comes back. Feels like it's coming back prematurely, the chill. Feels like it shouldn't be. It does feel a bit different. It'll just be this bit. It won't be the rest of it all the way to London or wherever, but it does feel like it's got its own vibe. It seems weird to be cruising along with no other boats. Like, it feels a bit weird. It genuinely does. Look at this, look. Right. Massive open landscape, just endless rolling meadows. It's a really weird feeling. This is one of those few occasions when you're on a boat and you get that weird feeling, you know, that you could be the only boat on the waterways. You could be the only boat. Just feels like I'm never going to see another boat. it's just me. Honestly, it feels like there's been a zombie apocalypse. I mean, apart from the fact that 40 minutes ago I was laughing and joking with that nice woman. Just at this point in time, you could almost feel there's been a zombie apocalypse. I get, if you were a fanciful idiot, okay, let's add that clause. Right, so there should be some Armco. Do you know what, right, seriously, there is a gorgeous looking boat. I've really got to show you this. There's an absolutely gorgeous boat, Mergier or something. I might live to regret this. It's breezy as well. Is this the entrance? Now, there are boats past there. Okay, so I can't moor here. Right, I'm going to moor here. So here we are, guys, all moored up. Still only mid-afternoon, but the sun's starting to go down. I could easily make Milton Keynes, but it's not the right time of day to find a mooring if it's busy. So I'll go tomorrow morning. Much better chance. Kingfisher Marine over there. There's a couple of boats just up ahead. There's a marine entrance, and it's a winding hole as well, it says. There we go. No mooring or fishing between arrows, which is good because I'm not. I'm here. There's the Baxter Boatyard over there. All sorts of boat services. That's the actual boatyard. Any kind of boat work, obviously, looks aside for them. The small town or village, large village of Gobion. It is over there somewhere, about sort of half a mile away. But anyway, so that's the mooring. Probably just the one night, I think. Probably. Unless I fancy a walk into Gobion tomorrow, I don't know. I'll see how I feel. Maybe an extra night. See what the vibe is of the place. But you know, anyway, enough blather. Let's get inside and get the kettle on. That's what we want. I'll catch you later.